Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino with The Scoop, and I am here in Englewood, and I am here with Bob Van with the Proud Boys. He's the local president of the local chapter. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll talk a little bit about the news that was out there today and yesterday.
Well, I own a pressure wash company, obviously, here in Englewood, Florida. I joined the Proud Boys about 2.5 years ago. After being there for a little while, the guys actually voted me in as president, and we've been taking hell ever since it began, man. We're getting fired from jobs just because we're Proud Boys, bad-mouthing businesses because we're Proud Boys, and we have denounced hate, I don't know how many times, every type of white supremacy, homophobia, everything. We denounce it, and I will speak for the whole organization by saying we denounce white supremacy and hate.
Yeah, and I will tell you guys, I do a lot of research on this, and as everybody knows, I'm to the right, and they may say, oh, you're to the right, you're slanted, but not really. Done a lot of research on it, and there's this narrative that major media, which is generally pretty much to the left, likes to push that they're racist and that. And what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of their leaders are, they're gay, a lot of them are Oriental, they're black. I saw one of your black leaders got the heck beat out of them just for trying to sit there and show support for the president. So, and a lot of them are losing their jobs. What you tend to have is a lot of these extremists that will call up your customers or the employment and say they're a problem. Yeah, and get them fired.
I've been dealing with the Google reviews like crazy. People that I've never done work for, ever.
Now, I'm going to ask you, after we talk about what happened recently with the emails, I'm going to ask you to tell me a little bit what you guys do stand for versus what's out there, the narrative. Now yesterday, the sheriff of Charlotte County put out an email saying that Democrats were targeted by an email from the Proud Boys threatening them. It was from your server and it had Proud Boys, but it later came out that the FBI found out it was Iran hacked your server and they sent it out Proud Boy. And the first thing I said, if you guys read my press release on it, I questioned it and I wanted proof because it didn't sound like something the Proud Boys would do if you follow them. And first of all, you gotta be an idiot to send it from your server and put your name all over it. That was my first clue. So why don't you tell us about that? I think you said you talked to the paper yesterday, and it's not exactly how you...
Can I grab that?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I talked to the paper. I started this...
I'm gonna check this real quick. Go ahead, you talk.
I started this on Monday. I started talking to this reporter. Well, we went back and forth on things the Proud Boys stand for and what we don't stand for, and I kept denouncing hate. I kept telling them, we denounce hate. Well, yesterday I was pressure washing the driveway. This is around 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm pressure washing the driveway, and he called me. He's like, what about these emails? What emails? He's like, you guys are emailing people, threatening them, Democrats. And I was like, there's no way that's us. That's not us. And he's like, well, I'm going to quote you that you guys wouldn't do that stuff. I said, quote me all you want. Well, in the article, he never said that I told him that before they found out, before the FBI found out it wasn't us. I guaranteed him it wasn't us. And I guaranteed him we do not stand for hate or white supremacy. And it's just everything that we say they think is a lie. And there's no reason to lie. And what did I tell you when you walked in the door? I wouldn't tell you.
You would never lie to me. You would never lie to me, sorry. Caught me off guard with that one. Yeah, so basically, how do you guys try to drive home your point? It's not through hate, from what I've learned, and that is, again, the narrative the media likes to push. What do you try to do? I see you guys out there, I see flags, I see you with your signs, just doing whatever all of the other supporters do.
Yeah, we do flag waves, we go to Trump rallies, have fun. I mean, we try to make it fun. We didn't join Proud Boys because we're not funded by anybody. Everything we do is out of our own pockets, our guys' pockets. We don't take dues from our guys. I'll make shirts, we'll do coins, we buy stuff from, everything we do is for fun. We like to get together, drink beer, have fun, do flag waves. Yes, we lean a little right, but we got guys that are in the center of the road, libertarian. But that's our fun. And we get together once a month, drink beer, and have fun together. And it was really hard to get our message out there of how to join the Proud Boys. So we started making yard signs. Obviously, I do vinyl graphics, and we started doing yard sign, join Proud Boys, and trying to get it out that way. It's just basically a fun group. We're a drinking club with a patriot problem. That's it. And, you know, they call us violent. We're not violent. We never start fights. We will not start any fights. I guarantee you, you will not find Proud Boys starting fights.
I have seen most of you guys walk away, it seems like. Like, I don't recall the state, but I heard on a talk show that I shared with you that I listened to, where 4 of them went to jail because they were defending themselves against Antifa, the Black Bloc, that doesn't exist, apparently, according to
Oh, yeah, that's an idea. It's an idea that veterans get jars of piss thrown at them in wheelchairs and hammers thrown at you. And it just so happens 2 of our guys fought back against this, and in New York, and they beat down Antifa after being assaulted first. And the police went up to Antifa and said, hey, do you guys want to press charges on these guys? And they said, F you, pig, and took off. Well, Proud Boys, as normal, we cooperate with police, give them your name and everything. Well, they picked up the charges. But when they say these are hate crimes, and you look at John Kinsman, and he's a white dude with a black wife and 3 black children.
He's one of the ones that went to jail.
Yes.
4 years, I believe.
4 years for fighting back.
Yeah. And so you gotta, I guess my point that I want to drive home with this interview is to make it painfully obvious that it wasn't them that sent out emails threatening the Democrats in the area. I assume someone in Charlotte County got it from the sheriff's message. And B, to say that they're not really this group that's the media's putting out, this narrative they have. And I encourage all of you guys to do your research and do your studying beyond what major media is just pushing out there. And in some cases, local media, these guys aren't even major. I think I get a lot more engagement than the Sun and Gondo guys do. Yet they basically push that narrative too.
And another thing is, when you look us up on the internet, we all know that Wikipedia is left-leaning.
Yes, very.
Southern Poverty Law Center's huge left.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so far left.
Yeah, if you're right and you like Trump, SPL will list you as a hate group.
And ADL. I mean, all these groups. They keep throwing out this white supremacy and homophobic and what's the other phobics and isms. They got them all out there. Show me some proof of this, because everybody I've met, and I've been from Vegas to, I've been all around, met a lot of Proud Boys. I haven't met one yet. Maybe I just don't. Maybe I just don't know these ones they're speaking of, and I've pretty much met everybody through what we deal with on the internet and in person at certain events. Could it be that it's not true?
And I think your membership at the top level and even at every level demonstrates that, where you see people of color, people that have different sexual orientation, and all that stuff. So, so I wanted to get that story out there for the Proud Boys on it. I was supposed to interview another guy earlier, and I dropped the ball. I always do. Now, Bob, how can they get a hold of you? Here's your flag. The West is the best. Proud Boys.
Yeah.
How can they reach you? Internet? Or
they can reach us. If you're interested in joining the Proud Boys, you will go through an extensive vetting process. You will go to proudboysusa.com, and that's the best way to start getting vetted. And this is actually throughout the United States, actually through the world. So you can go through there, you go through the vetting process, we'll get the email, our vetting officer will get a hold of you and start the process. Keep in mind, we're going to ask you really hard questions, we're going to ask for ID, social media, all that stuff, because of this fact. We got to make sure nobody's a hater or anything, we don't want that.
Well, that's what else made it so crazy is you guys are under so much scrutiny, because every time I listen to radio 6-7 hours a day, and I'm like, a group that's under that much scrutiny is not going to do something so stupid.
we would never, this stuff, like I told that reporter, that we would never do that. That is not us. We do not do stuff like that. As soon as I heard it, I was like, there's no way. That's not us. There's no way.
No way. All right, any events coming up this weekend, next weekend? I know Women for Trump are marching in Sarasota. I didn't know if you guys have
we do. We kind of keep our events a little on the
down low?
Yeah, just because of certain people that may show up and cause violence. So we try and do our things. We do a lot with Trump supporters. We do a lot. Obviously, we have the blue line. Is we back the blue 100%. We back the Constitution. And another thing is, if you look at our tenets, and it's in that paper, he put it in the paper. We are anti-racism. We are anti-racial guilt. We are pro-entrepreneur. Veterate the housewife, pro-free free speech, pro-gun, closed borders. We are not anti-immigration in any way, shape, or form. We are anti-illegal immigration. But if you need to know more, you can look us up.
Yeah, and I can tell you as a son of an immigrant from Italy, I can tell you that I believe in a lot of the same stuff. I'm a strict constitutionalist, and I enjoy, encourage immigration, but do it legally as my father did. Which I think is great. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. So if you guys want to go one last time, the website is
ProudBoysUSA.com.
and sign up, and that's it. Thank you. Turn her off.